Well, good morning everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. It's the 1st of July, so time for that monthly update at the allotment, and what I'm growing. I'm at the plot 6:30 in the morning, just trying to avoid that heat, and also because I'm going to Hampton Court later. But yeah, if I turn the camera around, we can have a look as to how things are progressing. Okay, so this is the first bed. Potatoes have gone. It's now planted up with more squash and some dahlias. So we've got some butternut squash and Turk's turban, and then there's a couple of varieties of dahlias. I've had to bring another one up because I've had a few deaths within the plot from the moles keep digging things up, which is why these Jacunda Hercules look smaller, because they've been turfed out a few times. Got a random tomato that was given to me from Thompson Morgan, so vicarious. And then we have this bed here, which is all the leeks, lettuces, and then the determinate bush type tomatoes. So you'll notice that they're rather bush-like, no thinning gone on there. I have removed some of the understory foliage just to let some light get down into the leeks, and basically just pulled them up tight to get them into their bush state, just to prevent everything from getting squashed below. We're working way through the first batch of the lettuces. This bed here, caterpillar, and to be honest, this is how I tend to treat most insects or bugs, just knock them off. So these are the baby corn, which always gets much taller than the normal sweet corn. So yeah, the mini pops, but you can see there's plenty of the side shoots have developed now. They're getting to the point on the top to produce flower, but for the mini pop you don't need the flower because they don't need to be pollinated. You want to pick them before they get to pollination stage. So strategically placed within the middles are some tomatoes, still got some blocks of beetroot in here, still got some spring onions, one lone kohlrabi remains in there, the others all been had, carrots, and then odd bits of beetroot here. Again, we sort of been working our way through as we go through. Main crop potato, these are my experimental ones, but you can see that they've produced flower, produced seed pod, so they're not that far away potentially from lifting. So end of the month really. Once we get to August, this is the latest little creation. So we sell these in the garden centre, these flexi balls, and yeah, as simple as that really. Just push the canes into them and allows you to create a rather crude structure. So this structure here is going to be protecting my cabbage, which is going to be coming into here. So I've got some more Cavolo Nero that I've started seed of, and I've got some cabbage, and I've got my Tortondine perennial kale that end up coming in here. So all the things that really we want to keep the cabbage whites and the white fly off. So along here's the flowering border. Odd pockets of flower still remain from the first batch. The Verbena bonariensis, first year from seed, but they're just starting to produce buds, so that's why they're small. A few thistles have still crept in. The dahlias have been snipped back just to try and get them to bush up a little bit. There's a better example of Verbena bonariensis. Got the verbascums there that the hoverflies are enjoying. Some cornflower still going, and the sunflowers finally got going. So under here, let me show you, we've had, well, so many black currants, and there's still absolutely loads, and they're amazing. But yeah, we've had absolutely loads, and considering that that bush was moved and wasn't expecting it to do a lot, it's done really well. Egyptian walking onions still here, kind of been swamped by the sunflower. So this is the sunflower that wasn't planted, so you can see it starts there, bends over by about a foot, and I've had to tie it to the stake because it was falling down. And there's the first one, but this one's got absolutely stacks of flower all the way down. It's really quite nice, the fact that it's producing this, well, multi-flowering, almost shrub arrangement. So I think I'll try and save some seeds from this and see if this is, I don't know, the potential for something a little bit different. Red onions down here, or the red spring onions down there. The sand leeks, well, they've now all essentially collapsed and finished, so they're dormant within the bed. And I've whipped out some of the fennel. Oh, I probably should point out, so this bed here, this was the elephant garlic, which obviously is no longer there, but I'll show you where that is shortly. So these are the first of the Cavolo Nero, and you can see that they've been absolutely ravaged now. And I was going to say there'd be, oh yeah, look, there we are. There's the culprits. There's quite a few in there, but that's what's doing it, is the caterpillar. And so, yeah, that's the sort of thing that's going to end up under that protective netting. Again, we're that time of year where all the pests come out. So this is radish. They're not going to make anything, but all those holes there, they're from thrip. Tiny little, not thrip, flea beetle. So they're tiny little black beetle, just decimates kind of everything like that. So they'll be whipped out. Feathery foliage there is the carrots. Parsnips going really well. Celeriac now sort of recovered and doing pretty well. Now they're getting consistent moisture, so much better than in the pot. And this was a tomato cutting that I took from the main plant, Akron. So I've just stuck that in there just to try and bulk the numbers of Akron up, to be honest. So these were my leftover leeks, spindly little things that I just left as bundles. We've been working our way through those, but they're looking pretty good. Welsh onions, self-seeding, but looking nice and bulky. We've had some of the black gooseberries, but the birds have probably had more. But the bush is obviously gone absolutely crazy, so that's going to want a decent prune this year. Let's walk you around. Still haven't planted my horseradish. I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point. Artichoke obviously has been a lone piece of root, and that's shot up there. So this is the giant marrow. I reorientated, my thinking being that it can travel the perimeter, then come back out and lap over the edge if it runs out of space. Perpetual spinach just sort of dotted around. And yeah, that's the artichoke. Oh, absolutely smothered in ladybird larvae, hoverflies, you name it, anything that wants to eat aphid is on there. Carrots. So hopefully those ones will continue to grow and do their thing. Bear with me, I'll open the shed. Right, okay. Hardneck garlic still remain there. The softnecks have all come home with me. Started prepping them. And these are the elephant garlic. So we've got a whole mixture here, which if you've watched my elephant garlic video, then you would kind of know a little bit about that. So these here are rounds or 1 year old bulbs. So planted in the autumn time or fall, if you're watching out of America. Left to grow, then lifted 1 year later, again in the autumn time or fall. Replant them to go in the ground for a second year's growth, and that's what you get, something totally different, miles bigger, produces all of these cloves, and that's what elephant garlic kind of looks like. So let's get back out. So this is the dahlia plot. So the dahlias are all been chopped back. Did them last couple of days. A few odd bits just need tidying up. Most of them are pretty decent. These ones are smaller because they were last planted, but yeah, I can't say I'm happy with them, but we'll see what they do, how they come back. It's just been hot. I just haven't been on top of what's going on, to be honest. I've had, feels like so little time to be at the allotment for any prolonged period of time, but we shall see. So yeah, they need a bit of work. They still need caning, still need tying, but it is what it is. Got the 3 melons planted down the side here. They're starting to get going. They are, what variety are they? Can't remember. Sugar baby, watermelon, that's it. Couple of more tomatoes, and then within the tunnel here, so cut back all the mixed mustard, just so we're getting so big, taking up so much space and really a lot of water that wasn't really going on to the peppers. So finally we got a bit of sizing starting to creep into the peppers and chili peppers. Still a few that I'm disappointed with how they're performing, especially given how hot it's been. See there, the moles got back in here again, just like pain in the arse. Mole down there. Here we've got the courgettes. We've had quite a lot of courgettes already, but you can see that already, Firenze, already there's a few that are getting away from me. These are the sweet corn. And you can see they're now starting to produce the tufts. They're wind pollinated, so just give your plants a little tap to get some of that pollen onto there, and hopefully you'll be able to pollinate all these individual strands. It's only each strand correlates to one small piece of corn, so you need to get the good bit of pollination onto those. And when it's a still day like today, it's going to have to be a case of acting like the wind. Right, onto this craziness that is the bed. So, wanted to show you these. These are the freebie seeds that we got given. So that is actually the courgette summer sun, and that's doing really quite nicely. And you can see there's loads of them. So hopefully soon they'll be a little bit bigger and be able to use those for stuffing. Now, yeah, this is the bed of craziness. Got the first tomato there, which I think that is Big Daddy, that one. No, it isn't. That's Bloody Butcher. So yeah, Bloody Butcher's the first one into ripened tomato. So we've got the first couple of plants here are the butternut squash, interplanted with the chard, the raspberry chard, and then here, the craziness, is the Patty's Pan, which I think we'll be able to see some around the other side. And here, I can't honestly remember what these were. Be around the, well, labels are the other side, but this bed has just gone absolutely nuts. And underneath that, we got the basil, purple basil, but just here. Where's the? Oh yeah, there's one. Anyway, it's going a bit crazy. We got some of these that are close to being ripe. These black ones. Can't get to the label to have a look, but it is what it is. Right, another giant marrow there. Got a load of onions drying. So these are a load of sensu onions. Some small, some very big. Mainly that side's the bigger ones. Giant pumpkin there. And then we got the purple tomatillos, fruit developing already. Some more celeriac there. Cucumbers, which we've picked 4 from already, but yeah, that's a good size. Pumpkins under here. Currently swamping blackjack dahlia and swamping Westerton Ella Grace in there. But yeah, you can see pumpkins starting to form already. I've done the first bit of dig here, just waiting on the manure to arrive really, so then I can backfill and get some more pumpkins planted. These are the last of the onions here, of the sensu ones, and then got a few kelsays which actually starting to make some size. And then there we've got the Jerusalem artichoke all across there, and the dwarf Jerusalem artichoke here. And it's getting hot already, so I need to crack on with watering. So back home, just thought I'd show you what I still have here. So we've still got pumpkins. These are the ones that are desperate to get into the ground. I'm hoping that they can be planted in the next couple of days once I get the last lot of manure. These are all the dahlia pot tubers, so basically saving the plants for well, for cutting work for next year. Taunton Dean cow, so they'll be going over once we get some netting to go over the new protective bit, and then got the trail tomato plants on the go there. Celery made a decent recovery. Then within here got the saved elephant garlic corms, got those in there already. Some kohlrabi, the pak choi in the heat is bolted, so they're basically just going to be turfed out, got a shot of. Strawberry tower still needs maintenance. Lemon verbena looking really good. Naranjia, couple of fruits coming already, so they're good. We've had all the gooseberries off that. Lemongrass is doing its thing. Down to the last couple of lemons on there, just need those to ripen, but you can see this is essentially the ones that have grow for this year. They will get thinned out. A couple of tomato plants on the go there and there. Fig tree, mint. Let's show you the greenhouse. Right, so in here, pepper in a can, a few odds and sods dahlias left. Got some more celery on the go there. Then in there, and coriander. And in there, fresh kale, some cabbage, fennel, and mixed leaves. Ginger there, lone tomato. Absolutely stack loads of cucumbers in here. So this is yet to be watered. Yeah, there's the golden ones, which are honey, and the big beasties that are the Japanese cucumbers. But absolutely loads of those. And let's go down the garden. Let's show you this. Now this one's going over, but that's how big a Magnolia grandiflora flower is. Wild garlic finished doing its thing. It's going into dieback phase now. Save some of the seed off that. Absolutely stack loads of apples coming through there. We discussed the pear last time, that the lone one got acquired by the squirrel, and then these are all developing, so actually need to get some shading up on these before they get scorched, which you can see the odd one or two is already getting scorched. Yeah, jobs to do, always jobs to do. Okay, so that's it, video done, 7:45. Feel as though I've been really trying to rush through this video because I need to get ready for going to Hampton Court. But hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you've got any questions or messages, then please feel free to send those over. If you've liked the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so don't miss out on the future videos. And just enjoy yourself, have fun, and make the most of the weather. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are. So till next time, bye for now.